Hey, it's Tony here with Green Pea Consulting. In this video, we're going to talk about the idea of answering the question of, does it have? One of the major 5 categories of questions that you can expect from your callers, folks calling into your dealership, is the question about equipment. Does it have a sunroof? Does it have a trailer towing package? Those questions, while seem pretty simple and pretty easy to answer, the question is, how do you answer them in a way that keeps you moving forward with the conversation, as opposed to ending the conversation abruptly because the answer isn't the answer they were looking for. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how do you answer the question about equipment. Real innocent question, real easy question. Does it have a sunroof? Well, there's only 2 answers for that question, yes or no. But there's more to it than that. If we answer yes, or if we answer no, it could be a lose-lose either way. And here's what I mean. People ask questions from different directions. Some folks will ask you the question, does it have a sunroof, because that's what they want. They're interested in a vehicle with a sunroof. Others will ask, does it have a sunroof, because they don't want the sunroof. So when they ask the question, particularly on a phone up, we have no way of knowing whether they want it or don't want it. So the way we answer it could potentially end the call. And we certainly don't want that to happen. So how do we answer the question? Number 1, answer yes or no. Number 2, follow up with a simple question like, is that okay? Yes, it does have a sunroof. Is that okay? No, it doesn't have a sunroof. Is that okay? And then be prepared to respond to their response. So, yes, it has a sunroof. Is that okay? If they respond positively, saying, yes, that's what I was looking for, yes, that's important to me, all I'm asking you to do at that point is simply close for the appointment. Yes, it does have a sunroof. Is that okay? Great. When did you want to stop in and take it for a spin? Today or tomorrow? Just that simple. What I want to caution you not to do is say, yes, it does. What else would you like to know about the car? Or yes, it does. It's a power sunroof and it's got a shade that slides back and forth. And you go into this presentation of the sunroof as though you're going to sell them the sunroof over the phone. Now, responding with the feature, function, benefit technique is very appropriate when the customer's at the dealership on the showroom floor. When they ask, does it have a sunroof? You want to say, yes, that's the feature. Here's the functions, here's the things that it does, and then the benefit is, here's what it's going to do for you. And that's a very appropriate approach when they're on the showroom floor. But when they're on the phone, we just want to say, yes, it does. Is that okay? If they say, yes, that's what I'm looking for, don't open up for more questions. Don't ask them, what else do you want to know? Just close. Now let's take the opposite side. What happens when we say, no, it doesn't? Is that okay? Well, they're either going to respond, yes, that's fine because I don't want it, or no, I wanted one with a sunroof. Well, that one's very easy, because if the car doesn't have the features they're looking for, now we're going to automatically move toward the switch technique. And the switch technique was something we've talked about in previous videos, but essentially when they say, no, I didn't want a sunroof, then we're just going to follow up with, oh, that's fine. Look, as I mentioned earlier, we've got 4 or 5 just like it in stock. Allow me to take a look at those and see if any of those are without the sunroof. Would that be okay? And at this point, you're not coming from your back foot, if you will. You've already planted the seed earlier in the conversation that you have options. When you came back from hold and says, got great news for you, looks like we have 4 or 5 of those vehicles in stock, including the one you called in on. So later, when the one they called in on doesn't work for their needs, it's a natural for you to mention the other ones that you talked about earlier. And oftentimes when you do that, as I mentioned, oh yeah, you said you had a couple others. What about those ones? Now you're in a natural conversation. You're not trying to save the call. You're continuing in the conversation. So keep it simple. Just answer the question. Don't assume you know their motives. Yes, it does. Is that okay? No, it doesn't. Is that okay? If they say yes, it is okay, then close. If they say no, then use the switch technique. I hope you found this useful. Please tune in for more of our extended training here on greenpeaconsulting.com. I'm Tony. Thanks for tuning in.